When you're setting up your monthly budget planner, the first step is to get clear on your income. This is the money you have coming in each month from all sources. Knowing exactly how much you earn is essential because it forms the foundation for your entire budget. You want to make sure you're starting with an accurate number so that everything else falls into place. Next, let's talk about expenses. It's important to list out all your regular monthly expenses. This includes things like rent or mortgage payments, utilities, groceries, transportation, and any other recurring bills. Don't forget to include the less obvious expenses like subscription services or gym memberships. It's easy to overlook these smaller costs, but they can add up over time. Now, once you've got your income and expenses listed, it's time to see how they compare. Subtract your total expenses from your total income. If you have money left over, that's great. You can decide how to allocate it. Maybe you want to put more into savings, pay down debt, or even set aside a little for fun. On the other hand, if your expenses are higher than your income, it's time to make some adjustments. You might need to cut back on discretionary spending or find ways to increase your income. After you've balanced your income and expenses, it's a good idea to categorize your spending. Think of it as grouping similar expenses together. For example, you could have categories like housing, food, transportation, entertainment, and savings. Categorizing helps you see where your money is going and makes it easier to spot areas where you might be overspending. Now that you've categorized everything, consider setting specific spending limits for each category. This is where your budget really starts to take shape. These limits should reflect your priorities and financial goals. For instance, if saving for a vacation is important to you, you might set a lower limit for entertainment and put more money towards savings. Be realistic with your limits to avoid feeling restricted, but also challenge yourself to stick to them. It's important to track your spending throughout the month to make sure you're staying on budget. You can do this manually with a notebook, or you can use a budgeting app to help you keep track. Tracking your expenses regularly allows you to make adjustments on the fly and ensures that you don't go over budget. It's about staying mindful of your spending habits and making sure you're following the plan you've set. Sticking to your monthly budget can be challenging, but with the right strategies, you can make it work and still enjoy life. Let's dive into some practical tips and ideas that will help you stay on track financially while also feeling empowered and in control. First, get clear on your goals. Knowing what you're working toward makes it easier to stay disciplined. Are you saving for a big trip? Paying off debt? Or maybe you're trying to build an emergency fund? Whatever your goals are, keep them in mind as your motivation. Next, take a look at your income and expenses. It's important to know exactly how much money is coming in and where it's going. Track every penny. There are plenty of apps out there that can help with this, or you can go old school with a pen and notebook. The key is consistency. Make it a habit to check your spending daily or at least weekly. This way, there are no surprises at the end of the month. Now, let's talk about needs versus wants. It's essential to differentiate between the two. Needs are your essentials: rent, groceries, utilities, transportation. Wants are everything else: dining out, entertainment, that new gadget you've been eyeing. Prioritize your needs first, then allocate a portion of your budget to your wants. If you're struggling to meet your needs, consider cutting back on your wants. One great trick is to automate your savings. Set up a system where a portion of your paycheck goes directly into your savings account before you even see it. This way, saving becomes effortless, and you won't be tempted to spend that money. Meal planning is another effective strategy. Not only does it save money, but it also saves time and reduces the stress of figuring out what to eat each day. Plan your meals for the week, make a grocery list, and stick to it. Avoid impulse buys by shopping with a full stomach and a clear list. This will help you avoid overspending and reduce food waste. When it comes to shopping, consider waiting before making a purchase. If you see something you want, give yourself 24 hours to think about it. This cooling off period helps you avoid impulse buys and ensures that you're spending your money on things you truly need or will enjoy. Subscriptions can be sneaky budget busters. Take a look at all the subscriptions you're paying for: streaming services, gym memberships, magazines, apps. Do you really need all of them? If not, cancel the ones you're not using. It's an easy way to free up some extra cash each month. Sometimes, small changes can make a big difference. For example, bringing your lunch to work instead of eating out, making coffee at home instead of hitting up the cafe, or carpooling with a friend instead of driving solo. These little habits can add up to significant savings over time. Another useful tip is to set up a budget buffer. This is a small amount of money set aside for unexpected expenses that don't fit neatly into your regular budget categories. It's like a mini emergency fund for those unplanned costs that inevitably pop up. Speaking of emergencies, having an emergency fund is crucial. Aim to build up 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in a separate savings account. This will give you peace of mind and protect you from financial stress when life throws a curveball. Credit cards can be both a blessing and a curse. They're convenient, but they can also lead to overspending. Try using cash or a debit card for your everyday purchases instead. It's easier to stick to your budget when you're physically handing over money or seeing it deducted from your account immediately. Another way to stay on budget is to plan for fun. Set aside a specific amount each month for entertainment, hobbies, or anything else you enjoy. This way, you won't feel deprived, and you'll have guilt-free spending money for the things that make you happy. If you find it hard to resist sales and discounts, try unsubscribing from promotional emails and avoiding browsing online stores unless you're looking for something specific. Out of sight, out of mind. This will help you resist the temptation to buy things you don't need just because they're on sale. It's also helpful to review your budget regularly. Things change. Maybe you got a raise, your rent went up, or you've paid off a loan. Adjust your budget as needed to reflect these changes. Reviewing your budget every month or so keeps it accurate and aligned with your current financial situation. Another tip is to avoid lifestyle inflation. Just because you're earning more doesn't mean you should spend more. Instead, use that extra income to boost your savings, pay down debt faster, or invest in your future. This way, you'll maintain a healthy budget and build wealth over time. Getting creative with entertainment can also help you save money. Instead of going out to expensive dinners or events, consider hosting a potluck with friends, having a movie night at home, or exploring free activities in your area. You'll still have a great time without breaking the bank. Setting up sinking funds is another smart move. These are savings accounts for specific expenses that occur regularly but not monthly, like car maintenance, holiday gifts, or annual insurance premiums. By setting aside a little money each month for these expenses, you'll avoid a big hit to your budget when they come due. If you're really struggling to stick to your budget, try the envelope system. Take out cash for your variable expenses, like groceries, entertainment, and dining out, and put it into labeled envelopes. When the cash is gone, you're done spending in that category for the month. It's a simple, visual way to stay on track. Lastly, remember to be kind to yourself. Sticking to a budget isn't always easy, and there will be times when you slip up. When that happens, don't beat yourself up. Learn from it and get back on track. The goal is progress, not perfection. By implementing these tips and ideas, you'll find it easier to stay on your monthly budget and reach your financial goals. It's all about making small, consistent changes that add up over time. At the end of the month, take some time to review your budget. Look at where you did well and where you might have slipped up. This review process is crucial because it helps you learn and improve for the next month. Maybe you underestimated how much you spend on groceries or realized you didn't need as much for entertainment. Use this information to tweak your budget for the following month. Lastly, don't forget to celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Budgeting can be challenging, especially when you're just getting started. But sticking to your plan, even in small ways, is an achievement worth recognizing. Over time, budgeting will become second nature, and you'll feel more in control of your finances. Keep in mind that your budget is a living document. It can and should be adjusted as your life and financial situation change. So, take it one step at a time, be patient with yourself, and remember that every bit of progress counts. We're super excited to announce that we're gearing up to bring you some amazing content all about budgeting. Whether you're looking to save money, manage your expenses, or just get better at handling your finances, we've got you covered. If you're ready to become a pro at budgeting and take control of your financial future, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you for your support, and we can't wait to help you achieve your financial goals.